Hello my friends, and welcome back to our continued blind Let's Play Ace Attorney Apollo Justice for the PS5 the Remaster. My name is the FlightlessBird, this is your story-based gaming channel, and today we are trying to get to the bottom of everything, basically. I mean, we went from 3 small, weird cases to being a defense attorney or a big shot name in the mafia world. Yeah, mafia? Is that the right word? Mafia? I don't know if that's the right word, but yeah. The Kitaki family, either way. Let's go ahead and get started, shall we? There we go. I had to go around to a few places to try to find out where to go next because it's not the detention center. It's Eldoon's house. Hope you all having a wonderful, fantastic day. That does make sense. We did find his cart. Oh, Mr. Eldoon. Hello. Looks like you left. And we found his stand and everything. What about a free bowl? Oh, too bad. Looks like we'll have to wait a little longer for that bowl. So sorry. Yeah, he's so devastated by this. Aw, what a bummer. Anything new to examine? It seems to be. I don't see any check marks anywhere. Okay, Eldo's dog doesn't look too lively. They say dogs and the owners resemble each other. I guess there are exceptions. Miss Eldoon's house has seen better days, and I'm betting I've eaten better noodles. Oh, come on. This must be his business sign. It reads, no! Maybe that's how the kids are spelling new these days. Another failed attempt at hipster marketing. Imagine that if you tried spelling no, new as no, and you made a shop like that. An oil drum for catching rainwater. Ack! Sparrow just flew over and, oh man, that was just disgusting. Somebody tells me this wasn't the first time. There's a handwritten sign here. Save the light. It's hard to make out the sign in the shade from the Clint next door. The blue top Mr. Eldoon used to cover his noodle stain. We better not find Guy Eldoon dead under that tarp, right? I'm just saying, that's not gonna happen, right? Robbed of its purpose, it blows in the wind, alone. Oh, thank God. I was actually worried there for a second. The front entrance to the Mactus Clinic. The walls and posts are so highly polished I can see my face in them. Huh, hot dang, my hair looks good. Looks like this is a banner for some campaign. 3 shots for the price of 1. Somehow I don't see people lining up for that. A police car is parked in front of the Mactus Clinic. It's empty. The police must be inside investigating. Anything else? Can I go in the Mactus Clinic now? I can't. Sure there's anything else? Nothing else? I mean, checking the garage isn't a bad idea. Oh, wait. There is something. A lone Eldoon's soda bowl lies on the ground. The lone bowl tipped on its side. It's kind of surreal. Looks like you could write a poem on it. The lone bowl tipped on its side. The noodles were eaten whole as the owner stood abide in this shanty little home that a dog lays alone. I don't know where I'm going with this. Let's move on. Let's go to the clinic. Anything? Oh, not the clinic, the garage. Anything new in here? This car belongs to someone at the Mactus Clinic, and it hit Mr. Wright. Mr. Wright sprained his ankle, and the car lost the side view mirror. This car versus Mr. Wright. Not quite the match of the century. Oh, I mean, don't put it past Mr. Phoenix Wright. Ace Attorney. I wonder if we need to grab the other piece of evidence now. Remember the piece of evidence that was in the trash? I mean, Mr. Aldoon isn't here. Can we go back to that for a second? Kitaki Mansion Garage. Okay. Just let's just fast travel to Kitaki. Just want to make sure. Anything new here? Yes, there is. An impressive gate befitting the Kitaki Mansion. Look at the nameplate. Kitaki. That's so cool. Short and blunt, just like any good gangster. Oh, let's change our name. How about WAA? Almost sounds like you're crying there. Wah. Maybe that's too short and blunt. What do you think? No comment. Several colors of paint have been splashed across the gate. It's almost all dry. This is going to be tough to clean. A colorful dragon that turns its beautiful, baleful gaze in my direction. As if to say, I bet all hope ye who enter here. Don't worry, Mr. Dragon. Me and Hope haven't been on speaking terms for a while. Actually named one of my episodes, I think it was Inescapable. I called the Inescapable episode Abandon All Hope Ye Who Enter Here, but I did the Latin or Italian language of the line. So I wonder how many people actually understood the title. But I don't want the title to be like a spoiler thing either. So, you know, I kind of danced my way around it just a little. They're not letting anyone in the crime scene. The guard at the entrance is humming a song. He's got rhythm, actually. Maybe he plays in a band. It looks like that woman's still causing trouble. Look, no one goes in. That means you. Oh, what's the difference? Let me go. Ow. Ow, 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 ow. So sorry. That's it, I'm suing. But I might change my mind for $5. What is she? Some kind of con artist? There's a big wastebasket by the park entrance. You aren't going to search the trash? I don't think we need to. Oh no, please, knock yourself out. Don't mind me, I'll be waiting over here. Just so we're clear, searching through trash isn't a hobby of mine, okay? Really? You can't get the other piece of evidence now? So one of those pieces of evidence is that the slipper had no meaning? Or do we have this slipper? Yeah, we don't have a slipper. Weird. Apparently, this park was a gift of the Kitaki family. The Friendly People Park, brought to you by organized crime. A very naughty part of me is tempted to write "We Kill" on the left side of the sign. We Kill People Park. Yeah, I mean, I guess you can't get that other piece of evidence anymore. Okay, move. People Park. Why can't I examine everything again? Benches line the river running through the park. A little urban oasis. I bet children come here to splash around in the water. That river's a little too deep for splashing. And a little dirty. Well, they could listen to the water and pretend they were playing. There's gotta be a good clue or two around here. You and your trash cans. Go ahead, knock yourself out. Please, can't you see I'm doing my... Huh? Look! Another pair of... underwear? Wait, what? What? Wow, Apollo, you're a genius at finding panties. Stop saying that! Wait, these aren't... They're not mine. Could these have been stolen too? Are they the Kitaki person? Bloomers, find a trash can at People Park. Distinctive bloomers, to say the least. Wasn't expecting to find that here. This mannequin is dressed up to look like a police officer. I see one at the station. A mannequin in place of a body. The body of the victim has already been removed. Do you think the victim was the noodle stand thief? What, you think someone killed him because he stole it? Yeah. Taking care of business, little plump Kitaki style. Try not to sound too eager about that, please. And this is Mr. Aldoon's noodle stand, obviously. It does say Aldoon in big letters, doesn't it? And that mark on his paper lantern there looks familiar. It's going to be a little weird telling him, but with the corpse and all. Anyway, that wraps up 3 of our cases. That's right. Congratulations, Apollo. And leaves us with 1 case that's worse than all 3 put together. Murder. It's a knife. A shiv, to be precise. Oh, lingo. The defendant, Wocky Kitaki, is the son of known gangsters. The police are assuming this belongs to him. Wait, but wasn't the murder weapon a pistol? Huh? Look at this. There's a handprint on the ship. A handprint? Then there might be a fingerprint. Let's investigate. Oh, did we get to do the fingerprint game? I love that from 1-5. I thought that was like one of the coolest things. Right, choose the direction you want to examine. Choose a fingerprint? Look closely at the handle. See, there's more than 1 fingerprint there. Those black spots? That's right. Pick the one you want to analyze. Well, I probably want to analyze the biggest one. Right, let's get detecting. Wow, she's practically glowing with excitement. First, you sprinkle some aluminum powder over the print. With a press of X, like this, see? The oil left by the print absorbs the aluminum powder, so you just dust it on. And blow it off. Blow? It's like whistling. You know how to whistle, don't you? Just use triangle and... Wow, amazing. It's like magic. Isn't it, though? Right, let's give it a shot. Incidentally, it's important that you cover the entire fingerprint with the powder. I love doing this. Why? Because it was just soothing. It's one of those things where you put it all over the screen, and then you blow, and as you blow, like, things appear, and not self-discovery, but that discovery aspect, I just really enjoyed. There's something very satisfying about seeing the screen turn white, and then after seeing the screen turn white, you know, you figure out what's underneath. It's like almost opening a present of sorts. Alright. Blow. 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 Good. Clear. Quite impressive. Next, to match the print. The police officer samples so that you can tell whose figure that belongs to. That doesn't sound like much fun as actually finding the print. Okay, pick the person whose print you think this is. You probably have a good idea whose night this is already. I do. It's, Aldoon's. But I want to see what happens if you pick someone other than Aldoon. Heck is this? I haven't seen this guy before. We don't get a dialogue. Oh, we can view fingerprints? Oh, this is cool. Oh, this is neat. So you can compare, you know, what you have versus what's on the screen. Oh, that's so cool. I like that. That's neat. And yeah, it's this isn't Aldoon's. This is Wocky Kitaki. Yeah, this is not Aldoon's. Well, that doesn't help our defense any. So, the fingerprints do belong to the defendant. Yes, isn't it amazing? Ah, the power of science. It's my life. Apollo, she's just sparkling. And I'm dimming. Look sharp, spirits up. The real fight is yet to come. Chin up, Polly. The trial hasn't even started and I'm already losing. Yeah, I know. Knife, also known as a shiv, found at the crime scene bearing Wocky's prints. So, have you met the defendant? No. Visiting hours are almost over at the detention center. You might think about wrapping up here and heading over. Good idea. I don't know what good it will do. We have a witness and a knife with prints. Have I mentioned I've got a bad feeling about this? Don't worry, it's like a Wright tradition. Some traditions I could live without. Blue tarps have been placed on the ground around the sand. Apollo, I bet the victim was going to have a picnic here. I guess he could have eaten all the noodles he wanted. Don't touch those. Those are preserving the privacy. Oh, I guess the police put those tarps here after all. Looks like nothing else. A knife is sticking straight into the ground. With the defendant's fingerprints on it? Which means... You think he stuck it into the victim? I don't know what he did with it, but I don't like it. Nothing new? The defendant's fingerprints were found on that knife. Which means that, at the very least, he was here at the crime. It's hardly possible, yes. Ugh, this doesn't look good. No use worrying about what's out already. You just had to worry about what's yet to come. And nothing with the bloomers? More scientific help. Just has to be scientifically. Okay, it looks like she changed her line there. Alright, let's move. Okay, the person isn't here. So we can't show her the bloomers. What's up, Polly? Oh, I know. Oh, okay. So nothing new there. And nothing new here. It's kind of interesting there. Move to the detention center. Where this time, hopefully, it's gonna work. June 15th, detention center visitors room. I'm sorry. Many hours for the day are all gone. But we still have 3 minutes. I'll put in your request, but don't expect anything. The father is talking in the private room with him. The father? You mean like a priest? I mean the suspect's father, Mr. Winfred Big Wins Kitaki himself. Not someone I care to meet. Die, you! You're the one on your way out, you old! Huh? Huh? Ah, they're here. Whoa, this guy radiates power. Power, with a cute apron? You a Lucky's lawyer? Yes, sir. Well, I'm Big Wins Kitaki, fourth head of the Kentucky family, capiche? Actually, I came to speak to your son. Well, Mr. Justice. Yes? My son's innocent. He killed no one. Well, if you found guilty, it wouldn't be good. Capiche? Yes, I'm all about capiching. Capiche loud and clear, sir. You gotta do more than that, just understand to make it. You learn, though. Even if the lesson comes at the end of a short life. I don't feel so good. What's a bigger deal, you old man? You can't treat me like a kid no more. Not now. You know, I want to go to the clink. I like it here. You, must be Wocky. A G is not a G till he does a hard time, you bizoy! You'll see. When I get out of here, things will change. Charlottes. that look was... That was great. My apologies, Mr. Justice. He's usually such a nice boy. Forgive me if I have a hard time believing that. Ha! You can't take me under your wing all this time, you old man. You heard me? I don't need no trial. I did it. I think that's enough for today, Mr. Justice. Don't let me down tomorrow. Wait, did you just admit to doing it? So much to talking to our client. But we made so much progress today. We even found my panties. I had fun at least. Oh, of course, the biggest mystery of all remains. How am I supposed to build a case for the trial? Oh, almost forgot. It's time for my show. Tonight, I'm performing at the Wonder Bar. You should come check it out. Oh, we gotta see the show. We're not going to, are we? That would have been cool, though. Well, to be continued, but only 20 minutes in. So, you know what that means? This is not a good spot to put a pause. June 16th, 9:46 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. Huh? Mr. Wright's not here today? He said his old foot injury was acting up. Old injury? He was all smiles yesterday. Yes, he smiled when he said we'd be fine as long as you're there, Tracy. Yes, fine. We'll be fine. Here comes Justice. I started my voice training at 5 a.m. this morning. Oh, do some now. I want to see, or hear. Huh? Oh, okay. My name is Apollo Justice, and I'm fine. That sounds more like a self-butcher than voice training. I'm fine, you know what I'm saying? Who is that? Oh, that's this guy. Good morning. Yo, what's up? You hit me with the guilty verdict, you G? See if I care. You just hang loose and let things go with the flow, you know what I'm saying, bro? Not really. Wocky, don't be running your mouth like I did here. See, well that's the difference between me and you old man. I'm afraid of new cops. Real G's can keep it real till they spend some whole time in the pen. You have absolutely no idea what you're talking about, you stupid idiot. Sounds like they've both been voice training too, Apollo. My voice here is realized. The trial's starting, and I still haven't had a real talk with my client. We're just getting thrown right into the fire, aren't we? June 16th, 10 a.m., District Court, Courtroom number 4. Oh my god, we're going against Gavin. Oh no. Oh no, this is not good. The court is now in session for the trial of Wocky Kitaki. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Ready to fucking vote, Judge. Ah, it's him, the guy from yesterday. He's a prosecutor? It's Mr. Gavin's brother. He looks so cool, though. A long time no see, Prosecutor Gavin. Were you taking a leave of absence? You know, that little bond I started in my free time. Thing is, we got real popular. Hard to say nine to your fans when 3 of your singles go platinum, ja? I see. But to be honest, I was a little concerned. Fear that you might still be destroyed over that one trial. Not to worry, Judge. I wouldn't miss this day in court for the world. It's worth even more than the VIP passes to one of my concerts, ja? How could I pass up a chance to see the true strength of the little boy who bested my brother? Huh? It was worth canceling a show or two. Understood. Well, you may give your opening statements to the court. Before that, I was thinking, is the R in this courtroom not a bit serious? It is a court of law, you know. Well, that's the way to get the crowd jumping, Judge. Well, they're not supposed to jump. This is a courtroom. Achtung, Bobby! Today they play it my way. What's that noise? It's got the music playing. Sometimes you have to get on up in order to get down to pass the cure thing. This is crazy. The victim, Palma Cactus, director of the Rocktics Clinic. Well, the scene of People Park, he was found pulling a noodle stand. What in the world was the doctor doing pulling a noodle stand? Oh yes, I believe You will only find that out by asking the defendant right here, right now. Because it's an undeniable truth that he shot the victim. What do you mean, undeniable? If you are to glare at anyone at justice, glare at the punk in the defendant's chair. His crime was witnessed quite clearly, you'll see. Very well. Please admit this witness to the court. Yo, this guy's awesome. He's so cool. 9, not yet. First, there's a little mud to be cleaned up. Could you talk without the accompaniment? I swear, I could see the guitar for a second. What is it, Prosecutor Gavin? The motive had just... I don't know why I couldn't say that. I'm too distracted by this guy's awesomeness. Why did the little punk do it? Why did he kill the detective that marked his clinic? Not so fast. The defendant still doesn't have to explain that. Oh, but what if the defendant specifically requested to do so, as he did this morning? I want to give a shout out on me homies, I believe he said. What? What is right? They always say that on the stage. You should hit the crowd with speed and ferocity. Sounds like you got the good, huh, Polly? Well, this is highly unusual. But, well, the court will now hear from the defendant concerning his motive in the crime. So, you, son, are the defendant. Wocky, are you? Yeah, ain't you sunny, old man? You step to a Kitaki, best prepared to step strong, see? You step to a public official. You best be prepared to step into jail. You gotta hand it to him. Wocky sure has guts. It's not his guts I'm worried about. It's mine if I lose. Well then, the court will now hear testimony on the defendant's motive. From the defendant himself. Witness testimony. Wocky Kitaki's truth. I mean, he looks like he's about to explode. He absolutely wants this to happen. It is very weird that he does. Tell you one thing, the doctor was a quack. Someone had to show him what's what. Well, I was in his clinic about half a year ago and he messed up my ops, something did. Well, then he just lets me go without a word. See you later, bye! So I gotta go in and get another doctor to patch me up again. Well, that was the day I done figured it out. No OG is gonna let me that pass. Well, that's why I went to his pad that night. I know what I'm saying. You're saying you were one of the victim's patients? Well, a lot of stuff goes down when you keep it real on the street, true that. I tell you one thing, that doc was whack. Why does this guy want to be arrested? I mean, I know he says, well, you guys spend time in the clink to be a real G, but we're talking about murder here, man. I mean, you can go to jail for life or get executed. Very well. Defense may begin the cross-examination. Can't believe it's the first time I'm hearing about all this. Let's go. Wocky Kitaki's truth. Well, I'll tell you one thing, that doctor was a quacker. Oh, wrong button. First of all, the word you're looking for is quack. And isn't that a little harsh? He's your family doctor. Well, who asked you, you pointy locks? Who do you think you are? Your lawyer? Look, I ain't trying to hear that. He was a quacker, plain and simple. Someone had to show him what's what. By someone, you mean? Was there anyone with the score to sell with this doctor? Besides you, I mean. Well, you better ask someone else, Holmes. Why do I care? I made up my own mind and did what had to be done, straight gangster style. But why were you so mad at this doctor? Yo, sit back and listen while I drop it, J-Man. I was in the clinic about half a year ago. Messed up my ops something bad. So, you were a patient at the Miraculous Clinic half a year ago? For what reason? Well, I had what you might call a mark of honor. Can you explain precisely what was wrong? Well, we had a little run-in with the Ravers family. Well, that's when I pulled a jack move. Whoa! I ran into an ambush. She busted the cap and right in me. According to my sources, you couldn't stand the stress of waiting. And then in 15 minutes before the important time by yourself. Hey, I was more than a match for those guys. So, you were carried to the Miraculous Clinic from there? Apparently, he was shot in the heart. Shot in the heart? He's still alive? Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. What the heck? I can catch bullets between my teeth? Let's not do that. But I never learned how to catch them with my heart. Well, the bullet stopped just short of my temper. You know what I'm saying? I would have been golden if it weren't for that whack doc. Can't even take out a stupid bullet. So, as you say, the surgery was a failure. Well, this ain't all of it, Holmes. Holmes. I don't know. And then he just lets me go without a word. See you later, bye-bye. What do you mean? He just let you go without a word? Well, what do you think it means, idiot? It's whack, that's what. Well, I'm not sure what that means, but it sounds big. It sounds as though a doctor wished to hide his mistake. This is why he let the defendant go. Well, he's lying. Straight up, he's better G than me. So I gotta go in, get another doc to patch me up again. So, this bullet is still... Ah, you know what? I can still feel it. Right here on my chest, pressing up against my heart. Your words are like a bullet shot straight into my heart. Or something to that effect, like incidentally. That's from one of our hit singers. Well, that sounds like a straightforward case of malpractice. Word, J-Man! What no accident, that's what she's'll. It seems that there were issues with this doctor. Man, putting him down was like doing the world a favor, you know? Wocky, please consult your lawyer before saying things like that. Chin up, Apollo. Back straight. But why did this mistake only come to light that day? It was found during the family health checkup. The family checkup? Oh, that was the wackest thing of all. All us G's lining up, taking eye exams and all of that. Better die young than fade away, bizarre! A relief to hear. Eh? What's a relief? Oh, did your father not tell you? Well, that bullet you carry so close to your heart, if not attended to immediately, it could kill you. What? Yes, the heir Dr. Maractus had knowledge concerning this ticking time bomb in you. Knowledge that could have saved your life. What? No, wait! That's whacked, man! That is proof. Your checkup report. Wocky's checkup report added to the court record. Results of a checkup performed in June. Metallic object found near heart. How ironic that you would be that you killed of a man capable of helping you. You're almost as careless as he was. Oh no. Well, now that the place is hopping, well, let's get this gig started. Started? We've had enough of a warm-up, yeah. It's time to hear from the witness. Wocky sure is quiet all of a sudden. I'm a little uneasy myself. Is this Gavin's strategy? Who are you? Who? Oh, okay, well, before we get to this guy. Patient name, Wocky Kitaki, age 19, male. Report filed June 14th. Notes, metallic object found near heart. Urgent exam needed. Are we gonna need a metal detector in this case? So, you will tell us your name and occupation. I don't know what to make with this guy. My name is Wesley Stickler. By occupation, I take it you mean the Prophet Society at large and supports, under which definition I confess to be unemployed. However, we must acknowledge the meaning of identity, which is commonly attached to the notion of occupation. And once we have accepted this reality, we'll see that occupation is not gestalt per se, but instead derives from the vagueness inherent in all representation of thought. By which he means to say that he is a student. A junior at Ivy University, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, in the Department of Science and Engineering. Filled with curiosity for all things, I spend my days in pursuit of the truth, honing my... Stickler, please direct said curiosity to the case at hand today. Very well, Mr. Stickler. Please testify to the court about what you saw the night of the crime. You ask quite simplistically what I saw. However, we must understand Homo sapiens possess two eyes. Each is designed to receive and interpret data, sending images in straight line of... Alright. I love this. I love this series so much. It's just, it's so good. Oh man. Night in the park. That night, I passed through the park on my way home shopping when I saw them. One on, pulling a stand, another man facing him. I saw them quite clearly. The man facing the victim was the defendant. In his hand, he held, yes, a pistol. It was pointed at the man pulling the stand. A shot! The bullet hit the man pulling the stand from the front, square in the forehead. Was there anyone else at the park at that time? I can say with 100% accuracy. Let's see. That there was not. The pistol our witness refers to is this. The court accepts this in the evidence. Pistol added to the court record. Weapon left at the crime scene. 2 rounds were fired. Fingerprints were white. Why 2 rounds? 2 rounds to kill? I mean, he only said there was a bang. He didn't say there was a bang bang. Sounds like another case that we've seen in the past. Very well, Mr. Justice. You may cross-examine the witness. Yes, Your Honor. Trucy? Why are you staring like that at the witness? That man. I can't help but feel I've seen him somewhere before. Huh? Really? From where? A night in the park. Oh, I also need to look at the gun. Hold on. I'm pretty sure that's gonna be the thing we need to do. Press this on the bang. Whoa, don't point that thing at me. Don't worry, I can handle myself around guns. Magic guns, at least. The ones that pitches come out of. Very reassuring. This ain't a magic gun. This is a real gun. Don't see any other things for that. Can't believe I'm examining these. These bloomers sure have a distinct design. You certainly know who they belong to at a glance. That way, she doesn't have to write her name on them. Genius. Genius. I would think writing your name would be easier than drawing a plum blossom. Yeah, we know who these belong to, because she said that hers was stolen. That night, I passed through the park on my way home shopping when I saw them. On the way home from shopping, you say? Why go through the park? Ah, a fascinating inquiry. Revealing me culpable of being insufficiently verbose. Let us consider the time saved by passing through the park on the way home from the store. In that time, I am capable of solving 2 GMAT problem sets. On average, it requires me 3 minutes 24 seconds to complete one such set. Ergo, the time to complete 2 is on average 6 minutes 48 seconds. However, in the case that the questions are in the verbal category, admittedly not met. That's enough. Enough. I get the idea. Mr. Justice, going to hold some finished cross-examination sometime this month. Please, I've a recording booked for this trial. And I've got a show to perform? Gee, sorry you're all so busy, and it's not my fault this guy won't shush. One man pulling a stand, another man facing him. Were these men talking by any chance? Ah, now that you mention it, they were, though I cannot claim I heard them clearly. Only fragments such as, "You lied to me," oh, and "I'm gonna give you a taste of your own medicine, pal." Pal? 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 Please tell me Dick Gumshoe is not involved in a murder. It's just as the defendant claims. I believe he wished to teach the victim what it felt like to take a bullet in the heart. Well, that's true. This is a vital piece of testimony. Sounds like you heard them clearly enough to me. Might I be allowed to amend my testimony? What? What now? To be precise, he did not say pal, but man. Okay, good. Yes, that was the way of it. I swear it on my diploma. What's the difference? And this other man, who was he? I saw them quite clearly. The man was facing the victim, was the defendant. How can you be so sure it was the defendant? The crime took place at night. It would have been too dark. Perhaps I was remiss in not mentioning this earlier. Huh? There was a lamp light or something, right? You see, in class, I always sit in the very backmost seat. Do you know why? Who cares? Because I do not wish anyone to copy my perfect notes. And this relates to your testimony, how? I mention this to illustrate my predisposition to that which is perfect. It was dark, you say, yet there are lights in the park. If I say the defendant was in the park that night, then he was in the park that night. It is a hard, immutable fact. He sure is confident. He seems to be telling the truth, too. In his hand, yes, held a pistol. It was pointed at the man pulling the stand. Are you sure the pistol you saw is the same as the one that just submitted as evidence? Am I? Sure. Surely, you jest. Huh. Or so a common witness would be tempted to say. Huh? Huh? Yet, I am no common witness. I see not only events as they are, but logical structure governing these events. First, we must consider the fact that it was light in the park, which would restrict my field of vision due to insufficient levels of illumination. Now, if we consider the pistol, let us call it Object A was enshrouded in darkness, because it's difficult to say with certainty that Object A was indeed Object A. I think it means he couldn't see that clearly. My bad, paranormal witness. Yet the fact that the pistol was fired before my eyes is indisputable. I can still see it when I close my eyes. The defendant raised his weapon. A shot! The bullet hit the man, pulling the stand from the front, square in the forehead. Okay, I mean, that should be obvious to... do we have an autopsy report? Damage to brain resulting from bullet wound. Oh. Entry point is the right temple, though. It says right temple. Not the forehead. Are you absolutely certain that one shot was fired? Yes, of course it was one shot. Why do you ask? Aha! A contradiction, finally. Mr. Stickler, according to the court record, the pistol was fired twice. Oh ho ho! Oh, you sneaky little... This is what I knew. This is what I was thinking, but you kind of pulled it out on me. Which means it's got to be the autopsy report firing at the incorrect spot on the head. The pistol was fired twice. Is it clear? Good eyes, Justice. You're cool. Real cool. Eh? You really think so? Yeah, there is no reason why this other shot had to have been fired that night. Meaning? Well, this pistol came from the Kitaki family mansion, yeah? I think it's not unreasonable to assume the pistol had been fired once before that night. During, perhaps, another altercation. Ugh, he's got a point. Judging from his smug impression, I'd say Prosecutor Gavin had the answer ready before you even spotted the problem. Yeah, I had that answer ready before I spotted the problem. He seems pretty confident in his testimony. We always make the biggest mistakes when we're on our most confident. He's got a weak point somewhere, Apollo. Find it. Right, better get that testimony and listen. Okay, so which one was it? This one? The forehead? Objection! But we all know how reliable autopsy reports are, right? Whew, that's all of it. I think I have a chance. Is that you relaxing? I see, Justice. Huh? Oh, objection! What's good enough, Mr. Justice? Apollo, pace yourself. This trial's not over yet. Yeah, right. Look at this. The autopsy report. Is there a problem with the autopsy report? Right, a problem. Problem. Yes, the problem is the location entry wound. Location? You testified that the killer shot the victim square in the forehead, did you not? I have already determined your angle of inquiry. Allow me to explain. It is quite simple, really. First, understand that when I say square, I speak not a geometrical absolute. What do I mean by this? For example, the deflection of a meter is a lot times the wavelength of light emitted by a quantum particle. As you know, it is probable as a well-known fact that quantum particles are rare and invisible to make the eye, which points to a base fallacy in the line of reason, namely that what— Mr. Justice! Yes? What's the objection to these krypton particle thingamajigs? This is the big time. And you're obsessed with something so small, you disappoint me. No, I'm obsessed with something big! I mean, there's a bigger, less nitpicky problem here. Do tell. Just look at the autopsy report. The location of the entry wound was the right temple. The temple? Mr. Stickler, you said quite clearly that the victim was shot square in the forehead. That's a contradiction. Isn't it? Isn't it? It is, right? Finally! Objection! Air Justice. Oh, Air Justice. Yes? Your tactics are outdated. Trying to shake the witness by objecting to trifles. Surely you haven't forgot that fatal wound your master suffered 7 years ago. Phoenix, right? Was it? Oh, what just happened there? Fatal wound your master suffered 7 years ago. What happened? All the exclamated thoughts? Look, I know the wound was in the wrong place according to the testimony. Yerk! Look at those eyes. Hey, forehead. I like Clavier. The more I see him, the more I like him. For forehead? Let us imagine that you're walking through the park. You see 2 men facing each other, one with a pistol trained on the other. What would you do, forehead? Well, I guess I would try to stop them. I'd probably shout, "Stop!" And you, Fraulein? Me? Well, I'd probably scream, "Eek!" And you, Stickler? What did you shout? I wonder. Ack! The victim turned his head in the last moment. Go. Yes. Thank you for jogging my memory. Well, it sounds like an indemnity testimony is kind of quiet. And the part 2. As soon as the killer raised his pistol, I took action. Cease this at once, you two, I cried with composure. The victim turned in the direction of my voice, and a shot rang out. Whereupon our cowardly killer, the defendant, appeared to have become frightened. Tossing the pistol aside, he fled from the scene.
I see, so you attempted to stop the crime.
Indeed, with composure. Well, maybe the criminal wouldn't have fired if he hadn't shouted like that. That doesn't really matter now, unfortunately. Let us consider this new testimony, shall we? Observe the diagram, if you would. The witness, Mr. Stickler, was it? He stood here. He shouted, "Oh, stop, please," or something of this nature. And the victim responded by looking in the witness's direction. If the killer were to have fired at just that moment, as we can see, the bullet would have struck the very temple as in the report.
Well, that does seem to be the case.
Witness the power of a junior in Ivy University's Department of Science! Yeah, I would love to see you going eye to eye with Emma. Or Emma. Emma would tear you apart.
Very well, Mr. Justice, you may cross-examine the witness.
Let's go. As soon as the killer raised his pistol, I took action. So you saw his pistol. Were you frightened? It can be said, we students of Ivy University know no fear. The moment I saw that pistol, my inner sense of justice compelled me to take action.
Well, it's certainly brave of you. You may have gotten shot.
Eh? You certainly were lucky. If I were in the killer's shoes, I certainly wouldn't have there to witness behind. He actually looks like he has no idea he was in danger. But regardless, I attempted to halt the bloodshed. Cease this at once, you two, I cried with composure. Are you sure both men were able to hear your voice? They were, of course. My high, exquisite voice echoed throughout the park. And the victim responded to that clarion call. Quite. The victim turned in the direction of my voice and a shot rang out. Did you hear the gunshot at the same time as the victim turned? Indeed. I would say about the same time, to be precise. And the victim didn't ask you for help? It can be said that he didn't have time to ask. He didn't even have time to take a single step. I'm totally sure that the killer fired because Mr. Stickler startled him. Don't say that too loud, Trissy, please. Whereupon our cowardly killer, the defendant, appeared to have become frightened. Can you describe the killer's actions more clearly? He seemed quite surprised, especially considering that it was he who did the deed. As we can see, human psychology is a tangled web indeed. He simply couldn't believe what he had done. He shot, he panicked, a common tale, but true. Unfortunately, before I could take further action, tossing the pistol aside, he fled from the scene. You didn't try to apprehend the criminal? It all happened so fast, I'm afraid I hadn't the time. Doesn't something about that strike us odd, Apollo? Yeah, it does. Huh? What? The killer was in a hurry, right? He fired the pistol and tossed it right away, and yet the fingerprints were scrubbed. According to the testimony, that's what happened, yes. In that case, I'd expect to find something that we didn't find. Find something? Find what? I like the contradiction. Kinda sad to see it go. Not as sad as I feel. What do we do now? At least the testimony is getting a little clearer. She's right. Maybe I can find somebody using this new testimony. Yeah, the fingerprints were scrubbed. Wait a second. Tisk tisk, another misleading request. Yet you're so beholden to your own mode of discourse, you can't see how it affects you. Come again? Wait a second, you say. A second? Are we intended to wait just that? A single second, 1/60th of a minute? That's hardly enough time to draw a breath, let alone make a statement in court. Now, had you asked for a longer period of time, say 3 minutes, 35 seconds,
Mr. Justice!
It's not my fault, he's not my client! Yes, Your Honor?
Am I to understand you object to the length of a second?
No, I'm not. Yes, I mean, no, here, just look at the pistol already. It doesn't have a single fingerprint on it. A common ploy, made all the more common, I fear, by the prevalence of television. Criminals these days are loath to leave fingerprints. Wait, but you said the killer tossed the gun and ran. That's right. He didn't have time to wipe the gun for prints. Okay, so what I imagine is gonna happen is they're gonna say he was wearing gloves. In which case we have to show this. To basically say, no, he had a knife. And not only did he have a knife, but the knife had his fingerprints on him. Why would this knife have his fingerprints on him if he was wearing gloves? Right? But then again, he could have had fingerprints on the knife beforehand and then use gloves, I guess. You didn't have time to wipe the gun for prints? That's a great scene right there. The little girl sticking it to the university student. Well, there's a song in there. I'm not little. Ha ha ha. Well then, let's think like adults, shall we, for a line? But the killer, the defendant, was wearing gloves. Huh. Gotta admit, I didn't think of that, Apollo. I did.
Well, Mr. Justice.
Could the killer have been wearing gloves? No way. I should say, I guess. I should say, I guess, just to see the extra information. Because we don't have our health bar. If he was wearing gloves, there wouldn't be prints. Huh. Come on, Justice. You gotta come up with something.
Was it something you want to tell the court, Mr. Justice?
His silence speaks louder than words, Air Judge. You can think of nothing, none. I guess he could have been wearing gloves. Huh? I guess.
Well, let's continue with the testimony, if you would.
Oh, do I gotta go through all this again? My pleasure, Honor. A small pleasure, but still. Do I gotta do that? Oh, I gotta do it all over again because I said I guess. Objection! Well, I mean, I needed to see what would happen. And that's kind of what we do on this channel. We're a story-based gaming channel. I like to see story as much as possible. I know I'm not gonna see everything, because I don't. It's impossible sometimes. But I just want to see what would happen. I should have just saved and reloaded. That would have been better. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. We're almost there. The record of the murder weapon is very clear about one thing. The fingerprints were white, which means some trace of prints remained. Which contradicts your testimony. Oh, I wasn't even thinking about that. If everything happened as you say it did, you wouldn't have had time to wipe the pistol. That may be, but it does not change what I saw. The killer, the defendant. He threw down the murderous weapon from his hand and fled. And this pistol was found at the scene of the crime, strongly suggesting that this was the weapon he had disposed of. No, he disposed of the knife. Well, that sounds solid to me. Well, forehead, any of your precious objections? Huh. What gives, Apollo? Let's see what that voice training got to work. You know, I've only recently realized something. No matter how much you train your voice, it doesn't matter if you have nothing to say. What do you mean, nothing to say? Isn't that obvious from what the witness just said? Huh? Isn't what obvious? When he restated what he saw just now, he said he saw Wocky drop a murderous weapon. That's not the same as being 100% sure what Wocky threw him away. You're right. It's just confused because a pistol was found at the scene. Poor Mr. Stickler. Must be hard to be so perfect and yet so wrong. Well, it can be said that I'm quite offended. While it is indeed true that once in my youth I wrote a love letter in my own blood that was seized by the teacher and posted on the blackboard for all to see, and for this appellation poor might well be fictitious to my name, yet as for this to be,
well, what we can say for certain, that the witness saw the killer post something.
I know what that something is. But we're gonna go ahead and take a break here, my friends. I love you all so very much. Hope you have a wonderful, fantastic, amazing, awesome day. And And until next time, so long, and take care. Thank you for watching this video. Feel free to comment on what you saw and what you'd like to see next. I always love to hear your thoughts. But before we go, please remember that you matter, and you are brilliant, and you are loved, and you should always be true to yourself. Never let the world tell you any different. Much love to you from your friendly, feathered, flightless bird.